Hey y'all, I'm just driving to work, so I thought I'd pull out the camera and record a little video. Lately it seems like on YouTube and through celebrity Hollywood that a lot of people have been dealing with like cheating scandals or cheating spouses and stuff. And of course, it's always, more than not, it's always the men who do it. And I remember having a conversation with one of my guy friends, and I just found his insight to be so funny. So we were talking about cheating and how men expect women to stay with them when they cheat, but as soon as a woman cheats, the man is quick to leave. And his response was that it's because men are expected to cheat, women aren't. Which I found to be total bullshit, because I'm just like, what do you mean? So we are to accept that you're going to cheat, so when you do it, we just take it as is and chalk it up to you being a man? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, I don't like, how do you even come up with that conclusion? And then like we started talking more about the situation, and he was just like, well, he's like, to be honest, it's a different type of cheating, because for men, they will cheat just to cheat. Like, there's nothing wrong with their relationships. It's just they just want to do something else. They're bored, or they want to do something fun. Whereas for a woman, if she cheats, she's doing it because there's something lacking in her relationship that she's going out to find. So I guess he meant that, like, with us women, we do it more for an emotional satisfaction. So whether it's our husbands or boyfriends or whatever can't give us what we need emotionally, so we'll go find it from someone else. Whereas for men, they don't care about any of those things. They just care about the carnal act of it. So to them, when they cheat, it's more superficial than when we cheat. So I'm like, but that's not any better, because at least for us women, when we cheat, that means that there's something terribly wrong. But when a man cheats, things can be perfectly fine. And it's, in my mind, I find that harder for us as women to accept than for men to accept it from us women. Because if you tell your spouse, I'm sorry, I cheated because, you know, you weren't giving me what I needed emotionally, I needed your support, you weren't there, I needed your love, you weren't there, blah blah blah, then it's just like, okay, well, at least you had a good reason to do it. But if I ask my spouse, why did you cheat, and the response is, I don't know, and then you can't even tell me what I did wrong to lead you to cheat, like, to me, that is just even worse, because it's just like, I can't fix the situation. Like, there's nothing to fix, which is the worst thing ever. So it's just like, no matter what I do, you're still going to end up cheating. So how is that like a situation that you expect me to live with, where it's just like, we can be the happiest we've ever been, the richest we've ever been, the most, not even content, but overjoyed? Because sometimes people see contentment as a bad thing, but like, so if you're overjoyed, then that means that, like, no matter what is happening in your lives, ups or downs, you're still gonna cheat regardless, just because you want to, you're bored, you don't have anything better to do. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And then I'm just like, so in my mind, I think that it would be better, well, it would make more sense if a woman cheats, a man stays, and then he tries to fix what he has done wrong, versus a woman having to be the one to stay and try to just stay because there's nothing for you to fix. Because it is very rare, I find, that men will ever have anything to say about his spouse on why he cheated. Like, the thing that pisses me off all the time is, like, whenever these guys are making their statements about like why they cheated and stuff, you know, they always say how, you know, X was amazing, like, she did nothing wrong, she was the best spouse, I'm the one who's wrong, like, she's innocent, blah blah blah. And it's just like, that makes it look even worse. The fact that, like, she was just minding her own business, trying to be the best spouse to you, and yet you didn't see that with enough value that you decide to go and cheat. Like, how does that even make freaking sense? At least, like, if you can be like, yeah, so we were having rocky patches and X was just doing a lot and then we just couldn't get on the same page, there's a difference. But when you're just cheating just for the hell of it and you have an amazing spouse at home, like, you just look like a fucking asshole. Like, I don't understand any of this. Like, I don't know, maybe this makes sense to men or other people in general, but to me, I just can't grasp the concept of why men cheat for superficial reasons, and like why they think it's okay, and then they ask for forgiveness just for them to go and do it again. Because as horrible as it is, that saying that once a cheater always a cheater, it is true to an extent. Like there are men who are able to, okay, I fucked up, change their ways, but the majority of men, especially if it's not even that their spouse was doing something wrong, it's just that they were bored, the majority of men, they're going to continue to cheat on different levels, and it's nothing you can do about it. So it's like, are you going to stick around and be with that person and deal with the fact that they might cheat again, or they're probably cheating and you don't know? Or are you just gonna up and leave? Because funny enough, it seems like the majority of the population does it to a certain extent, and then sometimes the women stay silent about it because of A, either embarrassment, or B, they just don't want people in their business, or C, like they're just trying to figure out like what to do. But it just seems like a lot of men in relationships cheat. Even like when you see your parents and you think they've had a happy marriage, you grow up and then you find out all these things and you're like really, dad did that? Like how? Like, I don't know, man. I just think that like this is the type of stuff that really makes me want to be single for the rest of my life, because I'm just like, I don't like, it's just shady. Like, I'm always giving people the side eye regardless, so it's just like now I have to have more reason to give the side eye. Like, it doesn't even make any sense, like, to me. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to say. So I find it the most infuriating when it's men who cheat on good women, like women who are about their business, about their families, about their educations. Like, I don't understand how you can cheat on someone like that. Like, how can you look at a woman who's working so hard for your family? And this goes for men too, because women can't cheat. So it's like, how do you like look at, but it's mostly women. So it's like, how do you look at your girl and you see that she's working hard, she's going to school to pursue, bigger and better dreams to better your future. Like, she's taking care of household. If you guys have kids, she's taking care of the kids. She's doing everything that she can to make you happy as a man. And you still think it's okay for you to go and cheat? Like, I don't, like, how do you, like, do you not feel guilty about that? Do you not feel guilty that you have someone who's, like, working so hard for you guys, and yet you're out here doing other shit? And, like, that's what I don't understand, because men say it's because they're bored. Okay, if you have enough time on your hands that you can be bored, if you have enough time on your hands that you can cheat, then you can find another job, find a hobby, find a way to make extra money for your family, or better yet, when you're bored, do something with your spouse. Surprise your spouse with something. It doesn't have to be, oh, well, she's busy working or blah, blah, blah. Make time. Be like, okay, babe, I'm off today. I would like it if you can find some time in your schedule so we can do this, that, and the third. And, like, if you can, like, I don't understand why men don't worry about watering their own grass. Like, if you find something lacking in your relationship, try to spice it up. Like, why are you cheating? And if you feel the need to cheat, why are you even in a relationship? Like, I find that, like, especially like that Trey Songz song where he's just like, what's that stupid reference to, like, having your cake and eating it too? So it's just like, you want to have your cake and eat it too. You can't do that. You can't have your faithful spouse over here and then have some little side piece on the side. Just, you know, whenever you want a little taste, you go over there and you get your little taste. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, a relationship is supposed to be me and you. Like, I don't want any third parties, but mom never really taught me how to share, so I don't know how to share that well. Like, I don't want to share. Or at least ask your spouse, hey, babe, this is what I've been thinking. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we can do about it. Because I find that a lot of couples, well, not a lot, some couples are open to the menage a trois or like extra side piece thing. You never know if your spouse might be open to it. At least ask her, but don't, like, my thing is cheating. It's just like the fact that you're going behind someone's back. It's just so deceitful. Like, why are you doing that? And then especially for these little side pieces, like, that's another video. I want to speak specifically about side chicks, because it seems that, like, this is the era of side chickdom. Like, they have taken the upper echelon spot, and, like, they are proud too. Because I remember before, if you were a side chick, You didn't ever tell people you're a side chick. You were embarrassed. Now these chicks are like fucking waving their flag and shit. If they had a side chick parade, I'm pretty sure so many people would be lined up to go. Like, it's disgusting. It's just like, you're really happy about sharing somebody's man, but then the moment you get a man of your own and then he cheats, all of a sudden you feel some type of way. Like, anyways, that was just my 2 cents. Like, it just seems like there's so much cheating going on these days. Like, men are constantly cheating, and they're constantly cheating on good women. Like, it makes no sense to me. And the fact that, like, we're supposed to accept it for what it is and accept it as a man being a man, like, that shouldn't be something to be accepted. Like, that shouldn't be the stigma where it's just like, oh, cheating, yeah, that's just a man being a man. Like, he'll do it regardless. Like, he can't help himself. It's not in your DNA. It's not in your genetic code to be a cheater. Like, I've met many a faithful men. It's just you being an asshole and trying to get away with dirt. Like, why do it? Like, what is so fun about you almost getting caught or you getting caught? And then it's like, you're not willing to leave your spouse, but then you do it again. And like, you don't realize how much hurt you're causing to your spouse. Like, this person, especially, like, I'm the type of person, I don't like checking cell phones. I don't like looking over your shoulder being like, what you doing? Where you at? Who you with? Who's that voice? Like, I'm not that kind of person. I think I'm like, unfortunately, I'm probably too chill for a girlfriend, because I always believe that if I have to always check up on you and do all the extraness, it's not worth it. It's not worth the relationship, because I like, if a guy is with me, you're gonna know that no matter what I'm doing, I could be texting someone at 2 o'clock in the morning. Best believe it's either my mama or my best friend. It's never a man. Or like, if I'm like ever doing anything, you never have to worry about it. Even when I go out, like, you won't ever have to worry, because I know how to conduct myself. I know where the barriers are drawn to certain situations. So it's just like, my man will always feel confident in knowing that no matter what situation arises, I will always handle the situation correctly. So why can't I, as a woman, expect the same from you? If I'm doing what I can to make you secure in our relationship, if I'm doing what I should to make you secure in our relationship, why aren't you making me secure in our relationship? Like, why is it like, if a woman ever has to go through her man stuff and just like, I know there are some women who are just naturally nosy, but my thing is, if I ever have to get to that point where I'm like going crazy about who you're texting, we're like, oh, you said you'd be home at 10 with traffic, it should only take you 15 minutes, it's 10:15, like, where are you? Like, I don't wanna like have to deal with that, because then I'm unhappy. I'm always worried about you, got my blood pressure all high and shit, now I got my mind racing, now I gotta go to a mental asylum because I'm thinking of 50,000 ways to kill you. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, either don't cheat and be in a relationship, or be out of a relationship and date as many women as you want to. Don't try to force yourself to be in a relationship because you don't want to be alone, but then go out and do all this stuff, and then you guys mess up the woman for the next guy. Like, that's what you guys don't understand. Like, whenever there's a damaged woman, it's always because of some guy from the past who did some shit, and now she's like, she don't trust dudes, she doesn't trust you, and like, you get mad at her. But it's like, no, blame your brethren, blame your men in your circle, because they're the reasons that us as women are as crazy as we are, because they've led us to be this crazy. We're not naturally born this psychotic. You guys make us this way. Anyways, that was my little rant. I feel emotional about this topic because it's just, it never makes sense to me. Cheating never ever made sense to me, unless you're unhappy in a relationship. And like, I understand with certain marriages where kids are involved, that's one thing, but when you can get out of a relationship, do it. Don't cheat, you know what I mean? So anyways, that was it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.